Hello, everyone, and welcome to Travel Grandma. Travel Grandma has at least two new innovations to her van build, and we want to show those to you today. They both increase square footage of living space, one height and one length.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you describe the tent a little bit and how that expanded your living
Sure.
space?
It was gifted to me by the Gadget Queen, who I feature on my channel quite a lot. And I open my hatch and it fits right on the back.
I could see how it could even become a guest room for someone if you had a friend coming by or yeah, a family coming by.
Yeah, and I think maybe when I travel with my husband sometimes we might get a cot and we might be able to stay in the tent.
That's a great idea.
Because I think you'd like to go camping.
Yeah, that's a great way to bring your partner on the road. And then your height. You also have this. So we're going to go inside and show you everything. There's also the high top.
Yeah, I just had this put on the day before Thanksgiving. He was able to fit me in. This is a 16-inch high top, and I got it done at Fiberine. You can reach them by fiberine.com, and we can go ahead and put a link.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do that.
Yeah,
that's great. Well, and before we go inside, I also want you all to know about this exciting new community that Travel Grandma is starting. Now, Travel Grandma, first I have to say, I really respect the work you're doing to bring people together. Yeah, with the Facebook page that you have and the information that you share on your channel about connecting. But this new website is pretty exciting.
It's very exciting. It's called Nomads Down the Road.
So could you tell us a bit about how Nomads Down the Road is helping people connect and why you started it? Now, this is a teaser because there's a good meaty interview with Travel Grandma about this new website and other ways to connect as well, because we're aware that that's such a big challenge, right, when getting out on the road. So just tell us briefly, please.
A couple of different aspects. So on my channel, and I'm sure you have this as well, of the people that follow us, there seemed to be such a need to connect. That's one of the reasons that I started the Facebook group. And we've had meetups and things like that. But then I've discovered that of people that they wanted to meet in person, So I thought, well, if you're home and you want to be part of the community, let's bring you in. A lot of people that follow me are caregivers and they can't get out right now, but they love the lifestyle. They love supporting us.
Yes.
And so if you have a driveway that perhaps if we're traveling through your area, we can stop at.
Or land.
Or land, yes. We want to do a share the land type of a program as well. It's a way for you to connect with us, and us to connect with you.
That's great. That's great. Can't wait to learn more about it.
Yeah, and there's more on the website as well, events and things like that too.
What got you on the road? What was that what was the moment? You're not expecting this question. What was the moment that got you out of sticks and bricks and into a lifestyle that took you on the road, even part-time, that got you out there, got you doing it?
So in the middle of, we were living we had brought my mom down to Southern California. We were living in Idaho at the time, just so she could live closer to her sisters while I was caregiving for her. And when she passed away, a few years later, my husband had gotten kind of settled there, and it's a very nice community. It really is. We have all the amenities that you could want, and it's like a resort. So my husband can't quite understand why I keep going out when I have everything at home. But COVID hit, and we had the opportunity to leave the retirement community and live in my daughter-in-law's house for a year. And I loved it. You know, I had a garden again. I had a big old craft room again. And I was happy there, very, very happy. We could have stayed there for a long time.
Yeah.
But the housing market just boomed. They didn't need 2 houses. So I panicked because I knew we would go back to the retirement community because my husband was happy there. I wanted him to be happy, but I just didn't want to settle down there. You know, I got used to being out among people that weren't, I'm sorry, old. I mean, we are old, but I don't feel old.
Right.
And I didn't want to have that. I didn't want to see that every single day. So when we're living in our house, I mean, it was a neighborhood. There's kids around and things like that. You don't see that in a retirement community.
Yeah. Right. The intergenerational.
So it made me feel a little bit stuck.
So
I thought, okay, well, maybe now is the time, because if not now, when? I had watched some YouTube videos of people traveling and things like that, and I didn't think that I needed such a big, like an RV. And so I got the minivan.
Have you had this minivan the entire time?
Since about 1.5 years. Yeah, since COVID. Yeah.
Your experience with living on the road, because I know you've done it in RVs as well, and you've done it. You're used to changing it up. You're used to making it, adapting it for your current situation.
And I think you do that sometimes in your house too. I was always changing furniture around.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look.
Okay.
All right, great.
Sure. I love using a step stool and just stepping right in. I just hold the handle here and just step right in. So one thing in all of my builds that have been very important to me is keeping these 2 front stow and go seats. There's a mat covering them right now, and I do have my bike here, so that would obviously be removed.
Is that an electric bike?
It is an electric bike.
Cool. And you have a video showing showing your whole process of learning to ride it.
Yeah, I'm putting it together and everything in the park one time. So I was on the road traveling when I got the bike.
Your glee was great to see.
Yeah. Now, since I have the high top, I wanted to have a double counter where one of them I could stand up and do, cooking or whatever I wanted to in a standing position. So I repurposed my Lagoon table. Actually, Tim of Mo Bang for Your Bucks helped me set this up.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had to secure it because the wood was all repurposed, and it wasn't, when you raise it, you have to have more stability underneath than I had before. And then I love this long table here, because I can use this now for crafting. I can bring my sewing machine. I don't normally bring it, but on some trips I might want to. I like to do different things on different trips. I still have my 5-gallon water container, and the way that works is a lot of people, they'll have like a container underneath, and then they'll have their tube coming up and like a sink. I didn't want to lose any counter space for a sink. I've never had a sink in here, and I didn't feel the need to add one. But the way that this is just one of those USB pumps like that.
Nice. Huh? That's a big jug. That'll really see you through.
This is 5 gallons. Yeah.
How long does that last you?
It just depends on the trip and where I'm going. But I also carry a couple of different extra 1-gallon containers also to refill up. And then I actually have 2 stoves. I have this one here. And then I have, I store them up here. I have 2 stoves because sometimes I like to use 2 stoves, but we do a lot of camping with other people, and I like to share. So if somebody doesn't have a stove, or if we're making a big meal together, I'll say, well, here, bring your stoves out too, and we'll just do this big old cookout when we have a meetup. So that's kind of fun to do. Yeah. And then for my food is down in here. These are I got these at IKEA. These are actually for shoes. And they open like this. And I just keep my food in here.
Oh,
and I have 2 of them.
Oh, that's handy. And then
Yeah.
it's nice too that they tilt out instead of having to slide out and take up all that room in the middle.
And you don't have to secure them in there. They just stay up. I don't know,
right.
the weight or something, or from down there, the way that it works, because all the weight is on the bottom, and so when you're closing it, the weight is going in with that. Okay? It just automatically closes, so they don't pop open. And then there's actually an extra little shelf here with a little lip, so these never fall off. I don't have to secure these in any way.
It's great.
Yeah, so I like the kitchen now. I really do. Then the bed. So the bed is just a memory foam mattress. I'm just going to get these out of the way so I can lift it up and show you underneath. Now, one thing that's important for the bed is this 5 or 6 inch, it's about a 5-inch board. This, when I lift my board up like this and it's on one of those struts, it just will stay up. And if you don't have that 5-inch the 5-inch board coming out, there's nowhere for your mattress to lay in the back here.
Yeah.
Now this one, I just wanted to see how this was going to work, and this just goes like this. This is an experiment. So if you notice, my bed's a little bit on the short side. Well, that's because on my other build, I used to have a flip up where I had a board here and it went down because I need to keep this area clear for those seats. So now what I've decided to do, and I don't know how long I'll keep this, I just thought I would try it out, is I move this ottoman over and I put my feet on here. I usually put a blanket down here as well to raise it up a little bit. But this serves as another purpose too, because inside here I have my commode.
Oh.
And then I have a place for my shoes. And a little bit of extra storage. So I like this better than just the flip up.
And this also gives you a way to hide your commode.
It does, and it gives me, when I move it this way, it gives me a place for somebody to come in, sit here, and I sit here, and we have a little living room kind of conversation.
Very nice, very nice. And what kind of commode do you use?
Oh, it's a bucket system. Pretty much just a bucket system.
Just a standard 5-gallon?
No, I think it's a 5-gallon. I bought this on Amazon, but it comes like this little opening. I put a bucket in here. I think it might be maybe a 3. I don't know.
Oh, so it's a square cube with the plastic.
And I added the plastic. They just give you the square cube to put bags in, but I wanted to have the plastic. Today is the 8-gallon, and I just put this over the whole thing. And yeah, it works out great.
Do you put anything in the bag before using it?
Yeah, either before or after. For urine, I used to use horse pellets and all that, but it's just another big bulky thing to bring. So I've just been using this here, and it's a solidifier for liquid or urine, and it works really good. It's just a little powder.
How much of it do you need to put on?
Just a very little bit. Just really seriously, it's just a powder.
Wow.
And like that.
It's
just a powder.
Oh, look at that.
And some of them come in packets.
And
different brands come in different ways.
What is this brand? What is this brand?
Sil, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for your power, I see you're using a Jackery.
Yeah, I've had this for the whole year and a half, or longer actually. I got it before I left. So it's 1,000 watts, and I mostly just power my refrigerator. I think it works great. People say it's older technology, and that might be true. And It may stop on me at some point, and then I'll get something else. But it's worked great for me.
And you also use solar, you said, but it's a suitcase panel right now that you're using?
No, it's a flexible panel, and it needs to be put on my roof. I just don't have a ladder to do that.
Oh, right. And right now you're just laying the flexible panel out on the
Yeah,
ground.
sometimes I'll put it up on the roof. I can put it on the hatch, or I'll lay it down beside my car. And this is a new refrigerator. It's a 55-gallon, and I wanted it deep, so it would fit in the well, and I could still reach all my food in there.
Oh, that is deep. Yeah,
Yeah,
because those wells are really deep.
and I have extra water bottles down there that I freeze, and that really helps the freezers stay cold.
To have those frozen water bottles.
Down there, yeah. I learned that trick from Liz, actually. And down here I have this. Tim also helped me build this floor, and I have a garage under here.
Oh, look how easily you get to it.
Yeah, I can get to it from the back or the front.
That's great.
And it's just extra storage, hiking things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the distance of the couch from the counter looks like it works for you. Does it work for you for eating? And
yeah, it works really well.
And for working on your laptop, how do you? Yeah, yeah,
works really well. Or I can stand as well. I can.
Oh, that's right, because you have the high top.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. How are you making use of your high top other than for standing?
Well, it gives you a lot more storage. So this is actually my roof from my old van, and that created the shelves.
Oh, they took the metal and used the shelves?
Yes.
I mean, and used it for the shelves?
Yes. Oh. So this under here, underneath these, there's wood here. One thing Fibrine does not do is they won't do any finishing work on the inside. So you have to figure out how you're going to cover that gap, because between your headliner and your roof, there's a gap, and there's different levels of gap depending on how your headliner is molded.
Oh.
So for instance, right in here, it's really close. So there's a gap about right here.
Okay.
So this has a 4-inch board. And then what I did to make it level here, because this gap, see how this dips down?
Yes.
There's components under here, like for the, there's wires and things like that. So I had to put a 6-inch board to cover that. But I leveled it up on the top like that. So it's a little bit, you have to think about it a little bit.
Yeah. It's not like you just go, they install it, and you're done.
No. No. So I installed this.
It looks nice, and the fabric really softens it.
Yeah, I like the fabric too. Yeah.
What do you have stored up here?
Anyway, I keep my toiletries up in here. I have my ukulele. This kind of moves around a little bit.
The ukulele. So is that popular around the campsite?
It is. It is. I need to learn to play it a little bit better. But yeah, it's a fun instrument to play around the campfire. I have some wigs back in here. We had a wig day at our camp the other day. You know, my hair stuff is here. And then all my clothes are in here. I did bring an extra blanket. I normally don't bring this extra blanket, but it was really cold here. Yeah. I knew it was going to be cold, so I went prepared with extra things. And I also have more reflectics here.
How far back does your space go there for storage? It looks like it goes pretty far.
Yeah, it goes all the way to where probably right in here.
Wow.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
Wow, that's what, almost 2 feet.
Well,
maybe a 1.5 feet.
Yeah, at least 1.5 feet. Yeah. And then this is a little shorter because I did take out one vent here because I wanted to be able just to come in without having to hit my head on something that comes out a little far. But this is where I kept my back vent right here.
Oh yes, they were able to do that.
There.
They were able to keep your back vent.
Yeah, and you can determine that. So another lady that I know, she had everything taken out, but she has a smaller space, and I'm not sure why that was.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of work with you as far as what you want to preserve. So what I did is I took some of the headliner off and I pulled it back so I could see what I could get away with. Where were the wires?
Oh.
So what I had to do with this vent, because they are connected or were connected, was I had to cut the plastic part, because all that was going through from that vent to this vent was just air. So I cut that and I sealed it in order to take this other vent off.
If anyone else who's watching this video wants to do this on their van at a high top, could they ask questions in the comments? And
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It took a little bit of ingenuity to kind of figure it out, because I wanted to have, if I was going to go high like this, I wanted to have as much space as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like go big or go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then in the back, if you want to turn around.
Well, I'm noticing, you know, I can, if I had my shoes off, I could stand up all the way in here on this side. Yeah. Is it a difference in height from?
There is, because a minivan slopes. So if I was to go, see here how I'm pretty good here on my head. And if I took my shoes off, I'd even be more. But when I get back in here, I'm a little bit closer. My head is actually hitting here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the floor is uneven. And I have more head space in the front. I just keep 2 pots. Just one for frying stuff or sauteing, and then a pot for water to heat water and things like that, and soup and stuff like that. That's it. And, you know, my utensils and paper plates.
Where do you store your food?
My food is down in here. This is my coffee over here, and I like to keep breakfast things just handy, like right here.
Mm-hmm. You know, I have to say, standing up here with these shelves right here feels very natural. There's super convenient. Everything's within arm's reach. There's no digging for something.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, a very different orientation.
Yeah.
Like comfortable.
I'm pretty minimalistic, so there's not a lot going on. So that's it. That's my build. It's real simple. I did keep my walls. If you go back on some of my videos, you'll see how I constructed this to be able to have walls on the side that I can attach things to. Because without that, I don't think I'd be able to get away with having it like this.
Oh, interesting. So what's the name of that video?
You know, we'll just have to put it in the description.
Okay, that's what we'll do. Yeah, because that will come in handy for a lot of folks. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And did you have a choice? Could you paint this if you wanted to? Would paint adhere to the fiberglass?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
You can if you want to, yeah.
That's nice.
It's a special coating on it. I can't remember the name of the coating that they use, but yeah. Normally it comes like, it's fiberglass, and I believe it's like kind of like an orangish color, but he coated it with something.
Feels a little bit like being in a cloud.
I guess you could if you wanted to paint clouds up there.